Again, we're going to take you back to Riverlea now here on Today, this hour, because there seems to be some action around that area involving illegal mining. The police are on the ground, and earlier when we crossed live to Aviwe Mtila, he told us that there were some gunshots being fired. Let's go live now to the ground in Riverlea. I'm not so sure if at this stage Aviwe Mtila can hear me. But the visuals we're seeing, we don't know who those individuals are. We are assuming they could be linked to illegal mining in the area. The police are searching them and checking them. We'll have to wait and see. Aviwe, tell us what's happening now there.
But and about at least half a dozen to a dozen police on the ground here, and we're seeing a lot of men coming to the direction of where the mine holes are. We understand that's the area where the activity of illegal mining is happening. The police are now searching them. And of course, there are guns in hand here. Earlier on, we heard a bit of activity while we were busy with that very crossing. And of course, you'd expect that the people that are coming here won't be carrying any weapons, as you'd assume that they would have left them at the back there. But judging by the regalia, you'd tell that with the blankets and all, these are some of the Basotho nationals that the police minister was speaking about that are doing the illegal mining, of course, in the area of Riverlea. You know, the issue of turf wars, in fact, that is quite rampant in this area. The community tells us around this time is when these guns ring off. In fact, they're calling one another to come this side, and I see it's one of the community leaders here. Councillor, yes, Councillor Doyle. Tell us what's happening here, Councillor.
Sir, I just came now from a council sitting also, so I passed by just to do oversight visit also. What you can see here now, this is now illegal, but we need the law enforcement to do their job. These people needs to be arrested, and then the law needs to take its course. Immigration needs to take its course to deport these people. But it seems like there's no political will. I'm not sure what is the engagement here between law enforcement and these illegal miners, because clearly you can see this people is doing wrong. So I'm trying to get hold of the captain also and the brigadier. They must come out, so we must address this matter, because we can't leave it unattended.
And they're coming at will, it seems. It's like no one is even sort of ushering them in this side. And you know, this is when we know, of course, the turf wars happen. Tell us more, Councillor, on what happens here.
Okay, for the past few weeks, it's public knowledge with regards to the shootings between the rival gangs. It's one group and then it's the other group. Now, what's more disturbing is this is affecting the community nearby here, Riverlea. We know that innocent people lost their lives. We know that our community is being terrorized because this is causing havoc in our community. So we need law enforcement to please come and address this matter. And let the law take its course, my brother, please, man, because we need intervention here. I'm not sure now, I just drove past and I saw this, so I'm not sure what is the whole engagement between the police and them. I'm trying to figure out also now, I'm going to speak with the police officials to find out what is happening here actually.
Maybe please do that and get back to us with clearer information, because we won't be able to get any word brought down from the police. As you understand, the official communication lines, they are not mandated to speak to us on what's going on. I don't know if we can get maybe an insight from some of the people here. Putwam, kwenzakalani nivela kuphi?
Khalantswa mona. Khalantswa.
Putwam, kwenzakalani la? Where do you come from?
Hantle mosamane wa mo Samampelo ge a lwantshwa ne ge lwantshwa ke batho ba terene ge lwantshwa ke batho ba terene be leng goreng nako ne re ka la fitlha sebakeng se re fitlhile batho ba terene ge le mmogo jole ka morago re dule mo batho ba le ba dulang mo la planteng mona ke bona be le gong gona tje ba re lwantsha ke bona ba re bolayang
ke bang ba thuntsa batho
ke bona ba re thuntshang monana ile batho bano ba terene wa
nina ni yo zama miners
gona ke mo zama mo sebetsa mo di mine tse tse Samampelo
ni sebenza kwezi mines asezanembele
sebetsa mo di mine tse tse Samampelo jolo ka ha le utlwa le bontate bo mmete mo le bo se ge le jwetsa ha le hlaje le fumana rentse ge le kuguputse ke taba gore ge sentse re ka tiro ga bahla mona ge mpe re ba le go ba gona ga dithunya di go bona ba ba le ile ka tsone ntse re sebetsa le bona ile batho ba nang dithunya re sebetsa ba ba le ka thunya tseno ba mathela kwana ka tsone gana je gona ka matsogo ga kana dithunya ke taso le bona le phutha topo tse ka tse ke tsentse di bolawa ke bona
why go need to bulelana in why ne thusa
ba re tsekisa le keitshine le sebaka chelete ke yone tsa mfela be ge bolaelwa yona
bar nina ni enza illegal mining ne phuma kuphi eLesotho
ka o fela ga le jena re tswa Lesotho re na le maSimbabwe le maeng batho ba batsho ge kopane ka mo fela batho ba le bebeleng gore ke maSimbabwe benga ka ke machankane ke machona ke mandebele ke masolo bona ke batho be leng re sebetsa le bona mme ka lebaka leo ha ba hantwa tse o di tla ga ba yetsa go kopa le tsamaya go ba ntho a Lesotho ha le tsebe na go tsekwa bothata di kobo fela ga ra jena ka se dumelo go le wena o tla o thunywa nna ke apere go tsekwa go sa tsebe na kobo e go etsala banga yo
wena ndoto o vela kuphi wena o vela kuphi
ke tswa Maseru Thabatse
Maseru ko Lesotho wetsa illegal mining le wena
iya gola
ke mang o thuntsha batho la
o thuntsang batho ke motho ke mofana o thunkela gapo ba dula mane go disala mamana ha ba tla mo ba founa straight e ba nna ga tla mo wa bona e be go tswa ka mo ka le kitchen ka mo e be go dula mo wa bona ha ba fitla mo ba fitla ba go thunya go fitla ga ba le ga fitla ga kena mane mo koti go fitla ga kena mane mo koti mane go ala ena ba tloa mane ba fitla ba tla mo ba fitla ba go thunyetsa mona ba go bolaya wa bona ha ba ka tla go bolaya ba tsama ba jampa mo ha gate ba jampela ka tlase ba tshirela mane bo sama go ala ka nna ga ditso ke tumela.
Okay, Tumelo from Maseru in Lesotho here, the kingdom in the sky they call it. Of course, we heard some of them from Police Minister originate from Lesotho. They confirmed that they are illegal miners, and it seems like it's those very turf wars, but then they confirm here, and they say it's not at their hands. There is a rival illegal miners, in fact, that are trying to stop them from doing what they say is illegal here. We see police on the ground here, but not the heavy police contingency that we were promised. But then there's not even at least a dozen police here. But of course, rifles in hand, those handguns in hand, and we've got at least about 24 illegal miners that have come at will. I must say that they did come at will from the hole that they were in, and not essentially, chased or anything of the sort. They came willingly. We heard that earlier gentleman that suggests that they're from various different areas. We're not sure what's going to happen now with them, as we haven't seen that heavy police deployment that was promised by Police Minister Bheki Cele, suggesting that from the moment that he left here, which was at around 5 o'clock yesterday, there'd be the TRT and Amapareta crisscrossing Riverlea and Langlachta here, just to try and get a grip on the scourges of the turf wars and the shootings that have been going on here, and some of the illegal miners hiding at the residential areas here, which of course has provoked the community here to come out in protest. So we're not sure what's going to happen now. We spoke to the CPF earlier on, suggesting that they gave the minister a benefit of a doubt, but that 24 hours, as you know, has lapsed now. One of them is being called in. You can see definitely he's a miner by even that torch that is in his head now. Is coming, of course, dirty from the underground. Of course, with the illegal mining activity here, there's about 24 of them to 30 that are on the ground now, and he's trying to run away now, but he's being called back. These group of illegal miners saying that they're not the ones that are shooting, and in fact they are the ones that are being targeted and shot at. They were telling us just a bit earlier on, Bradan.
Well, that man seems to be running away from the police. I wonder what they're going to do, because it looks like the police presence there is to try and arrest these illegal miners who are not hiding the fact that they are illegal miners and are claiming that they're the ones who are being attacked and killed.
Not hiding that fact, Bradan. And as I said, it's not the police going after them more than it is them going to the police. That was just an example of what we're saying, confirming that, because he came at will up until he decided he didn't want to be part of those that are, I'd say, apprehended here. Now he's turned around. He's going back to the direction of where we understand the mining activity happens, and no one is going after him. As I suggested, that it's not a matter of them going after, the police going after the illegal miners, but more than the illegal miners themselves coming to the police. And you heard, as much as they say that they are conducting these illegal mining activities, they seem to suggest that they're not the ones that are at the behind the violence that has been plaguing Riverlea and just the areas around Langlagte. And CPF would tell you, the community members will tell you, that the police here have been useless, to put it quite frankly. I'm not sure if the councillor has more information now. Councillor, sorry, let me try bring you in. Maybe you've had a word with the police to get a better understanding. And I see also Katlego there from the CPF. Just, councillor, what are the police telling you is going on here?
There's not much information currently. We're waiting for the captain to come from Langlagte, just to engage him to find out what is the plan, what is the way forward. Because the police here on the scene, they're just waiting for higher authority to come so we can find out what is happening. We don't have much information currently what's going to happen now between the police and this guy sitting here.
Where is the heavy police deployment that was promised by Police Minister?
You know, I was up early this morning just to do my rounds and check. There's no heavy police that was being deployed here. The police minister said in 24 hours, some of the community members did their checks. There was no heavy police deployed that we see. No heavy. So we're going to have to take this up with the minister again to see, is he playing with the community or what? Because the community definitely is going to get back to the streets because they are serious with regards to this illegal mining that's happening here. So we're going to take the minister to task again, because you can't be playing with people's lives like this. You can't give empty promises.
And it seems like this, at least half a dozen police aren't even arresting the illegal miners, more than them coming to the police.
That is even more disturbing. As you can see yourself here currently what's happening. It's a dialogue between the law and between the criminals here. That's more disturbing because the police is talking to them, engaging them, where they're supposed to do their work actually, to arrest them and take them and book them and take it from there on. But now you can see what's happening. Nothing is currently happening here. So we'll have to speak with the captain. I think he's on his way right now. He is coming. So we'll have to find out from him what's happening here currently.
And it's quite clear the police don't have capacity. Nowhere near the team that was supposed to be here. Even yesterday when the minister left with a promise that the TRT would be here immediately, Amapereta would be here immediately, and within 24 hours there'd be a heavier police or law enforcement deployment. No specifics, because I remember the community here, Braden, wanted even Sandef to come and arrest the situation here. Of course, as we spoke to people like Ishmael van Veek, who has been a community activist living in Riverlea for years, telling us that for at least the last 12 years, they have been terrorized by zamas here. And of course, those turf wars ongoing as they try to claim the land and, be in control of the mining here. The police not as visible as possible, Bradan, at least a half a dozen, not more than 12 police on the ground here, and which is quite disturbing and quite shocking, Bradan. At least yesterday the minister told us that in fact they have a grip on illegal mining and suggesting that they had made some successful convictions, but the reality is just over the weekend there are, it was a year since we saw that gruesome gang rape at the hands of at least 14 illegal miners in Krugersdorp, raping those people that were there to shoot. It was 8 girls, I remember at the time. Just over the weekend we were now marking a year since that very incident, and the reality on the ground is that no arrests have been made, or no one is even appearing in court for that. Everyone that was arrested at that time has been let go. I asked the minister in fact of what's being done, and he seemed to suggest that they'd be taking care of things here in Riverlea, Langlagte, the surrounding areas, but the reality is it's still no police visibility, with dozens of illegal miners that you can see right in front of you.
And one of them walking away when the police was trying to search him, like they've been searching the others, and whatever he was holding, he didn't want it to end up in the hands of the police, and just walking away brazenly, going back to where he came from. Aviwe Mtila, we're going to have to leave it there. We understand there's a captain who's coming, and maybe you're going to engage with the captain from the police to find out exactly, is this an arrest of that group of illegal miners who told you they are from Lesotho and they are mining illegally, but they claim they are under attack and they are being killed by the residents of the nearby settlement there in Riverlea.